Hey everybody, I just got finished edge banding the drawer fronts for the cabinet project I'm working on. I figured since I'm doing this, I would show you guys the process I take to do the edge banding. I go ahead and I start with the sides of each drawer front, applying a little pressure after I apply the edge banding. Then I take the pieces over to my assembly table and start the trimming process. I'll trim the edges off of each of the drawers, and then after I've trimmed the edges, then I go ahead and I run the router across the edge banding. This will flush the edge banding to each of the panels. Now that I've done the sides, I'll go ahead and I'll do the top of the panel. The reason I do the sides first is so that when you open the drawer, you don't see the edge of the edge banding. So if you do the sides first and then the top and bottom for that matter, then you'll end up not being able to see the edges. Then again, I repeat the same process where I'll go ahead and I'll trim off the excess from each of the sides, and then go ahead and route the edge banding till it's flush. This takes just a minute per panel. I have to do it on each side. But then once that's all complete, now it's time to go ahead and put a chamfer on all of the edge banding. I do this with a router and a 1mm chamfer bit on my router. This makes it so that I don't have a sharp edge on the edge of the boards. I then move on to taking care of the edges of each drawer face. I'll start with sanding with a 320 grit sandpaper, all the glue squeeze out to ensure that everything is nice and smooth. Then there won't be anything that could affect the polyurethane and the shellac after I've applied it. I don't want anything to come through on the finish. Once I'm finished with all the sanding on the edges, I'll go ahead and I'll soften them with my mini random orbital sander. This is running 400 grit sandpaper, and I'll just do a really quick sanding on each corner, and then it's finished. So here's the final product. So you can't even tell that there's any edge banding applied, and there's no chip out or tearing. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video.